Dr. Professor Alien, and this is your news report on the freshwater biome. In the freshwater biome, the average salinity is 1% or less. The average temperature ranges from 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, and 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 45 degrees in the winter. The soil conditions in this biome include clay, silt, and sand. The landforms in this biome are deltas. A delta is a triangle-shaped buildup of sand and soil that was carried along in a river to a more stagnant body of water. Animals include fish, turtles, and birds. There are also wetlands. There are many types of wetlands, including swamps, bogs, and marshes. Some wetlands are man-made. Animals include alligators, birds, fish, and salamanders. The animal adaptations in this biome. Many plants and animals have adapted to the freshwater biome and could not survive in the water, having a higher salt concentration. As this ecosystem covers a vast portion of the world, the animal life can be found varied considerably. Fish are able to obtain oxygen through their gills. Fish such as trout have adapted to living in rivers and streams where the water is clear and has a higher oxygen level. At the mouth of these water sources, the sediments create a more murky environment with lower oxygen levels, and fish such as catfish and carp have adapted to exist in these areas. There are 3 zones in lakes and ponds. The littoral zone, the topmost and warmest, is home to snails, clams, insects, crustaceans, fishes and amphibians, and the eggs of larvae of dragonflies and midges. These resources provide food for turtles, snakes, and ducks. The limnetic zone is close to the surface and consequently receives a good deal of light. This zone contains a variety of freshwater fish. The profundal zone is very dense and cold, with little light penetrating this region. Only heterotrophs, animals that eat dead organisms, are found in this region. Mammals such as badgers, otters, and mink live near water and are capable of swimming to catch their main food source, such as fish. Amphibians and reptiles, toads, frogs, alligators, crocodiles, salamanders, and newts start life underwater as eggs and tadpoles, and then move to ground as adults. Here's a list of the global warming effects that... Here's a list of the effects that global warming has on the freshwater biome. As in other parts of the world, global warming has affected the cover of ice found on the Great Lakes, a vast 94,000 square mile lake system. The ice cover has declined 30% since 1970s, causing a higher rate of evaporation and lower water levels. The very ecology of the water will change as the temperatures warm, reducing the seasonal mixing vital to the replenishment of oxygen. This will mean the loss of zooplankton and phytoplankton that are essential to the aquatic food chain, starting with fish all the way up to humans. Here's a list of endangered species in the freshwater biome. The American crocodile. The American crocodile hunts for prey in freshwater. The American crocodile feeds on fish, insects, reptiles, and birds. It uses its strong jaw and rows of sharp teeth to catch its prey. Next is the Coahuilan box turtle. The Coahuilan box turtle is native to Mexico's Cuatro Ciénegas wetlands. It spends 90% of its time in freshwater to keep cool from the desert sun. Next is the manatee. Manatees never leave the water. It eats weeds, algae, and water grass and lives up to 40 years in the wild. Manatees are in danger because of loss of habitat and are at risk of being killed by motorboat propellers. Next is the Mekong freshwater stingray. The Mekong freshwater stingray is in danger because of overfishing. It is sold as a delicacy, and sometimes stingrays unintentionally get trapped in fishing nets. Hold on, I forgot what Here's the human interaction on the freshwater biome. Humans depend on freshwater biomes for the resource that makes up more than half of their body, water. Water is needed by us in order to survive, and without it many organisms will become extinct. Despite water's importance, humans continue to impact the freshwater biome in terrible ways like overfishing, dumping hazardous waste into the water. Overfishing decreases diversity of the biome, which makes it a less stable environment. Furthermore, it endangers numerous species. However,